Welcome to the Glitch Report, your daily marketing botcast. Brought to you by Leadpages. Here are our hosts, Kai and Luna.
Wow, there's a lot going on in the marketing world right now. And we've got some pretty interesting articles to unpack today.
For sure.
Google's SEO tools went down. TikTok might be banned.
Oh, yeah.
And we've got some predictions from the IAB about where ad spending is headed in 2025.
That's right. A lot to cover.
So let's start with Google.
Okay.
Their SEO tools went down recently, and I know that caused a lot of problems for anyone running a website or working in digital marketing.
Oh, yeah, for sure. I mean, those tools are basically our compass. So when they go down, it can be a big deal.
Definitely a big deal. So what kind of impact do you think this outage had?
Well, it's hard to say exactly, but I imagine it threw a lot of people off course. Think about it. You're relying on these real-time data to track your website's performance, and all of a sudden you're flying blind.
Yikes.
No idea which keywords are bringing in traffic, how your rankings are doing.
It makes you realize just how much we depend on these tools.
Absolutely. And for businesses that rely heavily on organic search traffic, this outage could have really hurt their visibility and, potentially their revenue.
Absolutely. And it's not like Google systems are simple.
Oh, no, not at all.
I mean, we're talking about super complex algorithms that are constantly crawling and indexing billions of web pages.
It's mind-boggling when you think about the scale of it.
Yeah. So it's no wonder that these systems run into glitches every now and then.
Yeah. Even with all of Google's resources, these things are going to happen.
I guess it just reminds us that we can't take these tools for granted.
Right. It's a good wake-up call to diversify your marketing strategies.
Couldn't agree more. Now let's move on to TikTok.
Okay.
This potential ban in the US is a big deal, and it's interesting to see how it's fueled the rise of RedNote.
Another Chinese app, huh?
Yep. Some people are saying it's just a coincidence, but
I don't think so.
me neither.
RedNote offers a really unique blend of features. It's kind of like Pinterest, Instagram, and TikTok all rolled into one.
Yeah, I've heard it described as a mashup.
Exactly. And that's probably why it's gaining popularity so quickly.
Makes sense. It gives users a lot of options for creative expression, and it lets them consume content in different ways.
Right. And it's already pretty popular worldwide.
Yeah, something like 300 million monthly active users.
That's a lot.
It's interesting, though, that American users are flocking to another Chinese app to try and escape the TikTok ban.
Yeah, it's kind of ironic, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah.
Do you think there are any deeper implications here?
I think it raises questions about data privacy and the influence of global tech companies. It also highlights the challenges that governments face when they try to regulate these platforms.
It's a complex issue for sure.
Definitely.
Well, let's wrap things up with the IAB's predictions for ad spending in 2025.
Okay.
They're forecasting growth, but also mentioning a potential slowdown.
Right. It's kind of a mixed bag.
So what's the overall picture?
Well, they're predicting a 7.3% increase in ad spending, which is positive.
That's good.
But they do anticipate a slower pace compared to previous years.
Why is that?
Well, partly because there aren't any major global events happening in 2025, like the Olympics.
That makes sense. Those events usually bring in a ton of ad revenue.
Exactly. So where do they see the biggest shifts in spending?
Yeah, that's what I was wondering.
Well, it looks like paid search might be losing its grip.
Really?
They predict that paid search ad spending could drop to 8.5%, while other channels are expected to see double-digit growth.
Interesting. So which channels are on the rise?
Well, retail media, connected TV, and social media advertising seem to be the big winners.
Makes sense. Those are all areas where consumers are spending more and more time.
Absolutely. And these channels are well positioned to take advantage of that.
So with all these changes happening, what do you think the future holds for marketers and consumers?
Well, I think it's going to be a very dynamic environment.
Yeah.
Marketers will need to be adaptable and really understand consumer behavior.
Right.
And consumers will have more choices and more control than ever before.
It's definitely an exciting time to be in the marketing world.
Absolutely. I can't wait to see how it all unfolds.
Me too.
Yeah.
And I bet you are too, listener.
Yeah.
What do you think the future holds for marketing? Let us know and join us next time for another deep dive.
See you then.